For no good reason at all, I wanted to do a quick unboxing of the Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay starter set. I've been looking at playing this with a number of different groups, and getting buy-in is difficult, especially when the full system book kind of overwhelms people with different class and career options, and when folks are coming from D&D 5th edition, it's quite a leap up in complexity and in choice. So I love starter sets as a great way to introduce people to games. I started with the Star Wars ones. Legend of the Five Rings is a great one. The One Ring second edition is also another, but I'm stoked for this one. This just came in the mail. So already love the box, good material, very sturdy. Wasted no space. Lots of useful stuff in here. They've got basically like a mini GM screen, which is pretty cool. Custom dice, which look very nice. They pull the some design notes and some of the the typeface from inside the books. First things first, read this first. So this looks to be contents, what's in the box, what is Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay, how to use the components in the box, and flavor. Prepare to enter a grim world of bitter heroes and perilous struggles. This nice stuff to read your players to get them in the mood. But love this. Love this. I know that like music and sound effects and stuff in a setting, like, is it diegetic or diegetic? Diegetic music is music like the cantina music in Star Wars. It's music in a soundtrack and something that's meant to sound like something from that world. Is that word diegetic usable in places like this? Like when rule books and dice and components are supposed to look like actual objects in the world, are those like supposed to be diegetic? Anyway, character sheets. I was just saying that because I love when they do that. All right, we have several here. Cylindra von Drakenberg. So this is a human something, a human soldier. So full character sheet with explanation of some rules. Looks like on either one of these wing foldouts. Oh, character background. Okay, some group ties to the other characters, secrets that this player should keep from the party, and then just like a quick bit of quick reference on the side. And we have Gunnar Hrolfsson, a dwarfen slayer. Is there anything on the back of these? Oh, nice. Look at that. Some big art. So let's just take a look at her. Big hat, of course. Molrella Brandy Snap. That's a halfling name if I've ever heard one. And she's a halfling thief. So the front side, you get quotes from them, so you kind of know how they can talk if you want to roleplay them. Who is she? What's she like? And why to play her? Those are actually great. I love that, and that's not something that I've seen in a lot of other starter books or any of these pre-mades. Ferdinand Gruber, a human wizard, of course. Look at this guy. And Ambrose Emberfell, sounds like an elf. Yep, high elf. Merchant, that's cool. So I like that we've got some non-combat classes represented here, although there's a blade, so I don't know what kind of a merchant this is. There's most assuredly going to be fighting in a game that's going to teach you the core rules, though, so what can I hope for? And Elsa Sigloben, a human witch hunter. That's pretty fun, with dual pistols. So love the pre-made characters. I like how many there are. Some other systems, like the FFG ones, would give you only 4, and then you had to download the others online, so you don't get the same nice quality paper that they're printed on. Okay, so the adventure book. Beautiful art on the front. The back side is a critical wound reference table, and this is just going to contain everything that the players are going to get up to. And I like that there's no decrease in the production quality of the inside of this book. If anything, some of this is a little nicer than some of the other books, but almost not. I don't know. Some of the early books didn't quite have as much color art and quality to them. Most recent books much better, but that's nice. Tokens, which all apparently fell out in the shipping process. But these tokens, I don't know what they're used for. I don't recall reading about these in the game, but I'm assuming they're going to be used to track things like conditions and advantages and all that. I'm just going to dump these in the top for now. Cheat sheets, nice like cardstock paper, wow. Rules references for tests and attributes. Another one for, combat and injuries, which is nice, determining your injuries. I might use these in my actual GMing, just having a quick ref instead of having to constantly flip pages in the core rulebook. Conditions, an introduction to Ubersreich and the Empire. So nice, just a quick primer on lore for where you are. Because I think, yes, indeed, this adventure is in Ubersreich, the famous city. Ubersreich and the surroundings. Here are the surroundings, the Duchy of Ubersreich. Nice. It's just like a small 8.5 by 11 map. Is it 8.5 by 11? Is this A4? Because I think Cubicle 7 is a UK company. This, excuse me, is that another map? Yeah, it's another map of the same city. So 2 maps of the same kind of region, but with a different lens. And handouts. This is fun. So more high quality cardstock. So you can scan these, I take it, and hand them out. So some rumors sheets, more rumors sheets. And then what is this? Handout 7, going shopping. Okay. Trappings. So some details. Handouts for when the players need to go shopping. And something that's really nice, and if you're not buying this to introduce your friends to the game, you're probably buying it for this. It's a guide to Ubersreich. This is a reasonably thick and actually a much higher quality material than the adventure booklet over there. Guide, gazetteer to Ubersreich. Looks like some enemies, some groups that you would fight, cults and clans, some NPCs, shops, locations. This is awesome. And the history of Ubersreich with some fantastic art. Very nice. And you probably wouldn't have something about Ubersreich featuring basically the full cast, but not by name, the B-tier versions, without mentioning Vermintide, where all of that was probably inspired from. And then you've got the back of the box, which is a nice textured, it's like a scan of a folded map of the region. There's Bogenhafen, Ubersreich down there, Karak, Asgaraz, in the back of the box with some details. Breadcrumbs to get hyped over. Love it. Really, really great as starter kits go. I'm excited to run this, and also excited to use some of these other components in my main games, but really, really 10 out of 10 as starter kits go.